Today I'm going to talk about how to and why to use software to make local backups on your machine. We're going to make some assumptions here that you do know what a flash drive is, you do know what an external hard drive is, and you do know what a memory card is. Now, don't get weirded out by this. And you're probably saying, well, why do I want to create a local backup? If you're like me and you like having control of your files, and maybe you're a little bit afraid of the cloud, maybe this information will help you. So you're going to take a file, and that file is going to live in a folder. It could be an individual file, it could be whatever you want. There could be one file, there could be 1,000 files, there could be 10 files. But you're going to take a file or a system of files. Now you could push these to a flash drive, a SD, or a micro SD card. That would be fine. We're done. No need to talk about this anymore. We've done this, okay? So we've taken that PDF file, we've put it onto a flash drive, and from that flash drive, we've gone across campus, maybe to another work environment, we've gone to other places, and what we've done is we've plugged that flash drive in, and that file works wonders on that computer. When you take a file and push it to one of these devices, to a flash drive, micro SD card, or SD card, all you're doing is making a localized copy onto that drive. You're not worrying about anything else that goes with it. So you're probably saying, well, maybe I'm a Lightroom user, or maybe I use Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop, and you use the online backup system, and you have no problems. If that's what you use and that's what you like, that is fine. I'm presenting you with another option because I like localized storage. I like having control. So I use software. I know it's one word. Put a hyphen in there. And what software does is software allows me to take a file, push that individual file to multiple places. So what I can do now, if I come out and I come to the same three things or four things, now what happens is I'm making an exact bit-for-bit copy of that file or that folder. My idea is we're taking the entire folder, we're putting that folder onto a flash drive, hard drive, or SD micro card. This software that you're talking about has the ability to put in line what's called a hot folder, which means that when you take the file into the software automatically updates these files and pushes them to these devices every single time. So you have some automation built in. For example, I work on a very important project that was shot in 2012 to 2015 for a restoration project from Hurricane Sandy, which ravaged Monmouth County, New Jersey. I have files that are extremely valuable to me. I back those files up once a day, and I never leave copies without going backed up. To do that, I take the entire folder, I go to software, and I push that to the multiple hot folders, and then it is automatically stored for me every single time. The software is not free. And what I mean by unlimited is that I can have an unlimited of locations and places that I could put these files. The benefit to this is a couple of things. A, it's going to give me an exact copy on multiple drives and devices. So if I'm concerned about legacy, for example, for my Hurricane Sandy project, right? I want to have a copy on a flash drive at all times, a new copy on a flash drive. I want to have a copy on a hard drive, and I want to have a copy on an SD micro card. So that way I have the flexibility to go forward if I go to distribute this project. Additionally, what I like about this software-based application is that I don't have to think about it. Once I set up the backups, it automatically does that for me every single day. I can make it back up every 15 minutes. I can make it back up to individual files. And I'm not limited just to one file. I can have multiple files working simultaneously to multiple drives. The drawback, the drives need to be mounted, meaning they need to be attached to the computer going forward. I move about 2 gigs worth of data daily to an individual drive. And then what I do is I have a primary drive that always stays to my computer. This is my primary drive. This is what I'm working from. My backup drive is the one that I work to every day. This is the backup drive that gets worked to every day. Then I have a remote drive that I bring in. And this remote drive is rotated into my backup drive, meaning that once a month, I swap and I put 2 becomes 3 and 3 becomes 2. Okay, I keep one drive in a remote location at every single time. That way, in case something catastrophic happens to my machine, that way, in case something happens to my hard drive, there's catastrophic failure, I have a backup of it, and I never lose anything. Now, this seems completely complicated. Maybe you're never going to use this, and you're probably asking what software. You could just do a quick Google search for data backups or automation backups, and you'll find something similar. Okay, so again, why do we use these things? Files are important, folders are important. If we go to software, the software allows us to create a bit for bit copy of data. We push those files other places, and then we have the ability to create primary backups in remote drives so we never lose anything. Okay, that's my workflow. That is data backup as I see it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, my name is Kevin Burkett. I work for Rutgers University as an instructional technologist. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you watching this video.